Well, well, well. Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. We are fucking back, baby. Come on. Come on. Yes, get in there. Guys, this is Chelsea 4. It sounds good to say Chelsea 4. 4. We haven't scored 4 goals in, I don't know. I don't know when we scored 4 goals. I don't know when we had a half like that. What? 4-1. We did concede the one, but we can forget about that now. We don't have to whinge too much about that because we have been scoring goals, guys. We have scored 4 goals today. 3 wins on the bounce. Chelsea going into the international break as kings. We are back. Back in the top of the table. None of this page 2 shit. Even with United winning, we're still on page 1 at the moment. We might be on page 2 by the end of the day, depending on how Palace do. But we are on page 1 of the table. Alfred, I'll start with you. How do you feel?
Oh, I feel fantastic. That was so satisfying. So good to see. Finally, after so much suffering through quite a bit of shit in a few of our games this season. Finally, some of the lads looked like they've got some confidence in front of goal. It was so satisfying to see. Sterling, well done, absolutely brilliant today. I'm a little bit greedy, you know. I wanted more, especially when Jackson had an opportunity to score a second. I felt like he should have done better. But that's just me being a bit too picky and a bit too greedy. I'll definitely take the 4-1, and I'm perfectly happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be unhappy with that result and that scoreline. It's a fantastic result. Sindra, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. Like, take that to Domino's for trying to banter us about, we have delivered so many pizzas until Chelsea scored a goal. Like,
Yeah.
take that. So good that we actually scored more than 3 goals in a game. 3 goals in one half is really good. Well taken penalty by Palmer. Actually, good to see that we have someone that can score a penalty, our second penalty of the season. So yeah, I'm feeling good. Good that Jackson got on the scoring sheet. That will help him with his confidence in front of goal. Hopefully Broja is okay. I don't know if he was injured or it was just precaution because he's been out for 9 months, so it's understandable that he's slowly getting eased into the game. It's good. It's good player management by Pochettino to then take him off at halftime to just assess him as okay. Let's give him 45 and then bring Jackson on. Good is that Jackson.
I do think it was a bit tactical as well because I think
Yeah.
Broja wasn't really getting the ball as much, and I think Jackson's someone that will drop deep more and get the support. And you saw as soon as Jackson came on, he was dropping into midfield to get the ball, and that got us going a bit more. So I feel that was a mixture of tactical and Broja obviously will need time to get back.
Good is that Jackson didn't get a yellow card for complaining to the referee. I think that's something Pochettino has been really saying to them. Just if something happens, just keep your mouth shut and don't say anything to the referee.
Well, it was hilarious because literally before Jackson got that yellow card and suspension, he literally said in the press conference, "I've told Jackson not to get these yellow cards," and then he did, and it was just that was the most fuming one. It's like you've done it after Potter said this whole all he said that he's told you not to do it.
Yeah. I don't think Poch was happy with him after that game. I think he then really went into him for a bit because when your manager is talking to you and saying you can't get so many unnecessary yellow cards, and then he goes and gets one, then I would be angry with him.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is.
It was a good finish from Jackson as well to take it to see that both Trafford and the Burnley player was trying to block the far side of the goal from his shot, and then he slotted it in the near corner. That's a good. That's a striker's finish.
Most definitely. Yeah, I mean, where do we start with this? Should we start with the first half to get the negative stuff out of the way?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
I mean, Alfred, obviously, first half before the equaliser, that was 40 minutes of just boring, and may I say, more boring. Chelsea conceding in typical Chelsea fashion, one chance for Burnley, and of course they score it.
Of a counter.
Alfred, what did you think was going wrong in the first half for Chelsea?
I just felt like it was more just a lot of the same stuff that we've seen. Just lack of application. They just weren't applying themselves. weren't really into it. I felt, we had possession and all that good stuff, but like the same sort of shit that happens all the time. We're looking okay possession wise, and then somehow we don't do anything with it, and the other team fucking scores. So it was very frustrating, and I think to myself at that point, of course, here we fucking go again. I can't believe it. I always hate going behind as a Chelsea fan, because I feel like recently, as everyone knows, we struggle to score goals as it is. Well, until today anyway. we we struggled to score goals as it was, even under less pressure, when we weren't 1-0 down and stuff like that. And then every time we go down, we just get deflated and struggle even more. But thankfully we got that equaliser, even if it was an own goal, and let's have it right. I don't give a shit. You take a goal wherever it can come from, and the rest was just beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, Sindra, I mean, for me, I was the part I was disappointed of was the absolute complete lack of taking chances. Not taking chances, creating chances. There was nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, couldn't, before the goal, I couldn't pick out a big chance that we had. And in 40 minutes against a team that has conceded some of the most goals this season, for me, wasn't acceptable. Do you agree?
Yeah, I completely agreed. Like with Alfred talked about and stuff like that. That Burnley get one counterattack, and then they're clinical on it and they score from it. Fair play to them for doing that. Really annoying that they did. But I felt like we could have done better in that. Colwell was a little bit too. Is it aggressive in that? He was pushing a lot forward, and then he sold himself, and then Burnley got the counter, and then the fair play scored from it. Yeah, that's good. And yeah, I when I think about it, I agree with you. Like, there wasn't many chances from that first half I can remember as well. So we do really well in the build-up play. We can play out from the press, because that's something we have, I would say, 3 really good midfielders at, in both Gallagher, Enzo, and Casado is all really good in the press and can play around it. But when it comes to the final third, that's where we're struggling the most. We can see, like, we have joint 4th best defense in the league, only conceded 7 goals this season. So we are like the last 3 seasons, we aren't struggling defensively. Defensively is our strongest side of the game. It's, of course, like we said for the last couple of seasons, it's our attacking side that we're struggling with. So that, but to be fair, like, Palmer is doing really well. He needs to continue to play, because he is, I would say, the creative spark in that attack.
Yeah.
Like like, I saw a video yesterday that comparing Man City and Chelsea's attacking third on how we want to play. And we play with our fullbacks as the wingers, and then like we play with like a flat 5 in attack, with Enzo kind of like a sole attacking midfield with 2 pivots and then a 3 at the back when we want to attack them. The difference is City are playing almost the same way, but Haaland is always on the defensive line, while
Forces defensive line back, and then
and then they have their 2 midfielders or their 2 wingers inverted. They play with the wingers as the wingers as the widest players, because if they want to do something, like say putting a cross, they're better than, let's say, our fullbacks in taking players on. So therefore, it's hard to predict what they're gonna do, and like you can see the difference because City score a lot of goals compared to what we do. So it's we really need to step up scoring and figure out how we should play, because the way we do it, we struggle against a low block. That's the most difficult part.
And that first half kind of proved it. Really, we until we got the goal, and I think that really kind of opened them up a little bit. We couldn't handle them. We couldn't do anything, and it was the same sideways, backwards passes as Saskia Walters has said. Welcome to the channel. I don't think I've seen you in the comments before, so welcome to the channel. A great comment. He says we have to stop this back passing when in possession. We should be taking risks and passing forward more often. There was just no passing forwards, and that obviously that there is a part of people weren't creating space to pass into. So naturally, a player like Enzo or Thiago, whoever, they're not going to just pass it into when they know it's not going to work. So they are going to just pass it to the side.
Yeah.
But there needs to be a bit of both. Of people need to move more, and people need to pass. We're not using the little space we do have. We're not using. We're not making space for other people to run into, and that was the problem. Obviously, we got the goal, and I think it was some good play by Sterling. A bit fortunate to get the goal, but Alfred, sometimes you've got to make your own luck, don't you?
Yeah, exactly right. He made the decision to take those players on and shoot the way he did, and you make your own luck, exactly like that. It led to a goal, and fantastic work from him.
Yeah, it was more of a pass than a shot, but it's good from Sterling that he's taking players on. It's something that we like. That's something we haven't seen as much from Chelsea players in recent years. Is our wingers taking players on? So it was good from him. Of course, a really beautiful goal from the Burnley defender. Just how it just went over Trafford. I think Trafford is like 6'7". Or like something like he's like apparently from what the commentator said during the penalty for Palmer, he's like 197.
Yeah, definitely. I think he's a huge goalkeeper, and I like James Trafford. I think that's a very good signing for Burnley. It hasn't worked out quite yet, but I think it will in the end. But I mean, guys, at 42 minutes, it's probably the best time to score going into halftime. But what I found that I really liked, and this is something that I'm going to put as a huge plus point to Poch, is it seemed like he still went in there and absolutely tore them to shit, because they come out miles before Burnley did. And that's normally a thing of, I've said my shit now you go and do it out on the pitch.
Yeah. He apparently also picked up a yellow card talking to the referee before when they went to the halftime.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, there wasn't really much the referee actually did wrong. I thought he actually had a decent game, to be fair. So maybe that's just Poch being angry with his players and taking it out on the wrong person.
From what I saw from the first half, I don't know if you guys remember one of the Colwell crosses that almost went out of play. I don't know if you guys remember that from the first half.
Yeah.
Yes, I said to myself, if we would have scored from that, a certain fan group would have went on social media and made some complaints to referees. Do you know which certain fan group that is?
Nope.
Which?
The Red Devils. The Hoyland's first goal in the Premier League was called out for because the ball was out of play. And
Oh yes, yes.
yeah, I know that if they were if we were scored from that, they would have when a lot of their content creators and stuff like that would have gone online, found that clip of Colwell crossing it to say Broya, and then he scored, and then made how is this not a goal and this is, come on, we need consistency and stuff like that. But that ball was outside, this ball wasn't. That's the difference.
Yeah.
I think it was almost from that counter attack, or no, it was from the Sterling shot later that they scored from.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, guys,
Hmm.
we've got between 20 and 30 people watching. It keeps jumping up and down, but
Big
we
up to them.
only have we only have 19 likes. I'd like one more like to get our fourth guest on today. So come on, guys, you can pick up that like now, and we can introduce our new, well, not new guest, but new guest to this very stream. Come on, guys. I'm expecting to see the like through. Let's see if we can update this and see if we've got it.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys gave me 3 likes, so thank you very much. I am now going to welcome Unlimited Dreamer.
What's
Yep.
up?
How are you
Okay.
doing?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. When I saw that 1-0, I was like, no, not again, not again, not again.
not losing to Burnley.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is going to be like that Mourinho time. Oh, God. But then once I saw their OG, which, let's be honest, in football, you need luck anyway. And then obviously the penalty. Thank God VAR did their job. And then obviously Jackson. I haven't seen all the goals because obviously it wasn't on TV, so I'm going to wait until the YouTube highlights on YouTube. But I can't wait to see the combination plays in that second half. I will say about the first half, I was watching like Matisse, hearing his opinion and everything about it, and all that. But yeah, it didn't sound like a great first half and everything like that. And I think that one goal gave us a wake up call. I think it woke them up, especially Poch also giving them a freaking
Spanking.
going. Yeah, it's like this isn't the Chelsea I saw in 2 games ago. Wake up, get those other goals.
What about one game ago when we played Fulham and scored two goals in 1 minute?
Yeah.
So-
Nice.
It's good to see that we're actually creating can actually play a decent half, because that second half was against Fulham after Mudryk went off. Like Mudryk has, in the games Mudryk has played, he when he has gone off, I have felt like our attacking third has just been diminished a lot. He was kind of like our attacking spark in some of those games. Of course, I hope he's okay. I understand why he didn't play, because it was precaution that he doesn't get injured. Good to see that Poch is managing him really well. And to be fair, Sterling was really good in this game. It's what we need from him. He is one of our most most experienced players. So he did what he needed to do. He scored a really well taken goal with his left foot. He created the chance for a second. The Jackson goal was also really good. So he created the penalty as well for Palmer.
Yeah.
So Sterling in general was our most threatening player today. He did what I've missed from Chelsea wingers in so many years now, that they actually want to take players on, and he also was close to scoring a really good goal in that first half as well. That wasn't far away. That that finesse shot from almost outside of the box. So it's good to see that we're actually getting Sterling back to his best. And it's good to also see that we have actually 2 capable left wingers in both Sterling and Mudryk now. I think they're gonna they're going to make each other better, because both of them wants to play. If they both fit, they're gonna challenge each other for that left wing position. The only thing I want now.
Sorry, I'm just gonna quickly say,
Yeah,
especially when you're talking about Mudryk and Sterling, we've also got Nkuku to come back. Let's be honest, he could play either at the wings or as a 10. So that's the thing. If those two start, say, like somehow, some way, those two start just going way down back form when it's like freaking Nkuku comes back,
Mm-hmm.
then it's like, all right, you guys are not performing. I've got this guy back now. And
Yeah.
pray to God he doesn't get injured when he returns.
Yeah, I think Poch will manage him really well and ease. I hope he does this with Chilwell when he's back, James when he's back, and Nkunku. Just give, like he's doing with Broya, give them like say 45 minutes, or or more or less, and then if they're feeling something, take them off. We have 5 subs for a reason now. So if someone are feeling some pain, and they know, they make the management team known that they have pain, just sub them off so they can have a less frightening or scary injury in the future.
Yeah, like this is gonna be also this has got to give another mention. This ain't my man of the match though, but Caicedo. Jesus Christ, what I've been hearing, he was destroying a lot, including Gallagher. But if we didn't, this is the thing. I think Caicedo's been worth the amount of money we had to pay for, even though thanks a lot, Liverpool, for freaking upping the price when we had it on a good price, you scumbags. Yeah, so, but either way, Caicedo's been a great player so far. Long may it continue. Hopefully no injuries, and Cole Palmer, I was scared. I was hearing that he's down. I was going like, oh no, not one of our best creators. I'm just like, Palmer's been a star, and I didn't want to see him injured. He's been doing so well.
Yeah, he's kind of taking that inverted role as an inverted right winger, and he's also, from what I've seen, how City are playing in the attacking third, he's like occupying the space in between the midfield and the defense. And that also, of course, draws out the defense, and it also makes space for other people to run into, like running behind and stuff like that. That's how City create a lot of chances in the final third. So he is doing really well in that. Of course, he's learned from one of the best managers. Like, for people, of course, were doubtful to why we signed Palmer, but we have someone that's worked in Manchester City before. So he knows Palmer and Lavia, so he knows how they have been developed, and he knows their strength, and of course he knows that these are talented young players. So of course we're gonna sign them, and like 45 million for him now, from what I've seen, that's a bargain in my opinion. It's worth the price, because he's being a link-up play between the midfield and the attack, and he is a dangerous player. Good for him to get his first goal. Of course, it's a penalty, but it's not like we did, like what Arsenal did with the Havertz, give him a pity penalty so he can score a goal. Here's actually, okay, Enzo missed the last penalty. Now we need someone else to take a penalty. I would either have Palmer, Sterling, or Jackson on that penalty. I want one of our 3 attackers on that penalty spot, because those are the people that should get the goals.
Yeah, like when we saw Enzo against, obviously we didn't have Palmer for West Ham game, so, and they gave it to Enzo. I was like, why didn't you give it to Jackson or something like that against West Ham? In my mind, but yeah, like Palmer, great, deserved his first goal for the club, and also the City fans saying, oh, he's gone to a crappier club, he's not that great. Also, you City fans, hold that, City fans. He's going to be a star at Chelsea.
Yeah.
And you're going to regret getting rid of him.
Yeah. By the way, I loved seeing him. Some people don't care about this kind of stuff, but I do. Especially when I see a new player smashing that badge, that, I love to see that. I love to see that.
I like to see that, but I don't like it when they do it for every club that they go to.
Yeah, like Lukaku.
Lukaku.
Lukaku just annoyed me when he did that, but
see, Cole Palmer is a very young player. He was just at Man City. He made the decision to come to Chelsea. A young player. To me, that just says, I'm happy to be here. I feel like I'm going to have a good time and be a big part of this team. And I just felt like he genuinely meant that he wants to do well for us, and yeah, I just got a really good feel from it. I loved it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt. I think he generally wants to do well with us. I just think these players are smart. They know what they can do to pull the heartstrings of the fans. I think it's a very easy way to get into the fans' good books. Obviously, I hope he will stay here for a long period of time. And I agree with you guys. I think 45 million for him at the moment is actually looking like a very good price tag, especially with the fact that, as you said, Nkuku can come back in that number 10 and then Palmer can come off the right. I'd like to see how that works.
Or this is the thing. They could invert because Palmer did go and invert to a 10, like when I watched the Fulham game or something. So this is the thing with Nkuku. He could invert with Palmer. They could switch roles. And it's like, where are they going to go? Because like, that's the thing.
And that unlimited is how you create space.
Yeah.
That is how you break these low blocks down. One minute you're facing Nkuku, next minute you're facing Palmer. You don't know which way to go. You say Palmer's on the right, pulls the right back in, right back comes in, and then you've got the space for either the fullback to bomb on or someone else to vacate that space. Big up to Hugh Jassel with the comment. People will start taking notice of us pretty soon. We will climb that table under the radar. Honestly, I think we will play even better against the bigger teams. Underdogs suit us. Actually, we are not that far away in the table. People think we are miles down. All the doomsday merchants saying we're in a relegation battle. Blah 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 blah. All you big YouTubers out there that were not back in the club, wanting the spot sacked. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Well, we are all right. We are 10th, but in terms of 4th place or 5th place, because 5th place could be Champions League. We are just 4 points off.
Yeah,
and that doesn't sound like a crisis to me.
To me, it just shows this season is actually fully open. This season's like fully open. I think it's from 1st to 6th. Yeah. Well, obviously before these games, they were really close. They're really close. And if they're like all the other teams from the top 6 win, they're gonna probably be like, all right. It's all level still. The title could be anyone's at that point or something like that. But like they say, like for us, I love being the underdogs because people underestimate us. They think, oh, Chelsea, they've done so bad. They're going to be an easy win. And now what they saw against Burnley, they're going to be like, well, shit. They probably are turning up now.
Well, don't forget also, we have we had a really easy start to the season compared to some other teams. We have only played, I would say, out of the top 6, we only played, I think, Liverpool.
Liverpool in the Prem and Brighton in the Cup.
Yeah, well, Brighton in the Cup. And we drew to Liverpool. Of course, we have lost to West Ham and stuff like that. But that's happened in football. But I guess Fulham, we have been the team with the second highest percentage of possession in the league. I think only behind City. So we against Fulham, we let Fulham have more of the ball, and then we kind of played more counter-attacking play, and that also suits us more. I think with the players we have, of course, I would like to see Mudryk in the team, but of course I understand because from what the disciplinary reasons from what he has done, I understand that he isn't playing. I feel like if him, Mudryk, and Jackson or Sterling as a front 3 against the big clubs, we can thrive on the counterattack because we will. I think against those teams we should let them have more possession, and we should play more expansive and counterattacking. We have Thiago Silva, we have Enzo, I would say Casado to a certain part. We have, I would say, Disasi isn't the best, but he can ping a ball. We have all these players who can ping balls behind defenses, and we know City, Liverpool, Arsenal, and stuff like that play with a high line. That would suit our attacking players to play in behind them.
Yeah.
So I say bring those games up. Next up is of course Arsenal. We'll see how they do against City tomorrow. But I think
I hope City beat
Yeah.
the piss out of them.
I think it will. I think against those big teams, it's gonna be closer. I think one certain big team we're not gonna struggle with. It's United. United, United at the moment aren't the best.
Sinjel, would I call them a big team? That's the question.
Well, then are we a big team at this point?
Oh, yeah, but we have won big trophies in recent years. When's the last time United won a big trophy? And I mean Premier League, Champions League.
Well, do you
Quite a
count the
while.
2013
no?
or 2012. 2012, 2012, 2013.
Do you count Europa League as a big trophy?
I am not counting Europa League as a big trophy.
Well,
Fair enough.
technically, we could say this to all you Arsenal fans, or say like, win 2 Champions Leagues or 3, and then, and if you can't win the third, win 2 Europa Leagues to equal us. Then we'll consider you big.
At least Arsenal have won a few FA Cups on the way. I think United won an FA Cup when?
Like 2016, 17 or something like that.
This club isn't big. This club isn't big. Their stadium's falling apart. This is not a big club. But don't come at me with Man United or a big club. They're a legacy.
Until the Qataris take over, though.
They're a legacy club, but they're not a big club. Not a big club right now.
Yes, Matt. Oh, I say this to so many United fans, and you're absolutely right. That's all they are now. They are just history. That's all they are.
Mark Goldbridge himself summed it up perfectly. They are a franchise club. They're like one of these American football franchises. They don't care whether they win or lose the league. They've just got a big set of fans and bringing a lot of money no matter what. That's what they do. They don't win. They don't win the Super Bowl or whatever it is. They're just there. They're just there having fun.
Yeah. And I also want to say to some of the of course there are some of the biggest YouTubers out there. And big up to KJ for tuning in.
Yeah, it'd be great if he was on, but there you go.
Yeah, but to some of the biggest, I watch a lot of YouTube, so I am in around other channels and stuff like that. And to some of the YouTubers that have slated Chelsea, like that we're having a poor season and stuff like yes, the results haven't gone our way, but we haven't played bad football. I would say from what we saw last season compared to this is 10 times more enjoyable to watch. It's just that the results haven't always gone our way. And to some people saying that Caicedo hasn't improved, well, no shit, he has played 3 or 4 games. He came in for a big transfer fee. He of course, if we had an international break, he got injured in that international break. So to say that he hasn't improved a lot, that's understandable. But to say Mudryk hasn't improved a lot, I would say Mudryk is one of our most improved players this season. He is really redefining and showing people that he isn't a flop. He just needs time. He has been through so much hardship in the last 6 months. It's like he's living in a country where it's war. He's not. There isn't playing foot. They aren't playing football in Ukraine because of that war. They were only playing Champions League football because they have spaces for the Ukrainian teams in the Champions League. So he only played like I say 7 or 8 games from what I could see last season in the Ukrainian league. Then comes a new culture, new style of play football, new club that's struggling really bad in the way Chelsea did. And then of course then he's also struggling mentally with a lot of thoughts in his mind. Of course he's going to struggle to express the way he plays football or how he gets things. Like he has played 24 games in all competition for us. 3 assists or 2 assists and 1 goal. It's not great, but I think when he gets some games running more and he's being fit, he can express himself more and then get his goals.
Yeah, like I can fully agree with Mudryk. He's basically been improving game after game, and he had to come off the bench. But I think what Poch did there is like, all right, I'm gonna bring you on, but I'm not putting you in the starting 11 right now because I just want to make sure that you're not gonna get a big knock. Because if you get a big knock, then it just it brings you back a couple of steps from when you were improving. So I think he wants Mudryk to succeed. but I think he just wants to make sure he doesn't get injury prone.
Yeah,
Like
I,
that's the thing when it comes to with Mudryk, and like let's just be honest, through this season, like we haven't conceded in a way that, except for the West Ham game. I will say the West Ham game was just a fluke, but we conceded not that many goals except for the West Ham match. Our defense has been mostly the second best defense in the league. Like I think it's equal to Arsenal's second place to Arsenal.
So we have conceded 7 goals. I've seen City. City have conceded 5. Arsenal have 6. Liverpool have 7, and Tottenham have 8. Newcastle and Palace also have 7. We have 7. So yeah, so we haven't conceded that many goals, but we aren't scoring that many goals as well. Like United, for example, conceded 12 goals. This is now scored 9. So they have a minus goal difference of 3 goals. 3. So compared to them, yes, they have one more point than us. But I would say actually we're playing more enjoyable and more entertaining football. We have just been a little bit unlucky.
Yeah,
We're playing better football than them.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, we have had some games that we were very unlucky this
Thank you,
season.
KJ. Just quickly saying.
And these chances, as more and more games are played, like we saw today, they're going to start getting converted. Because you can't just keep on missing some of the chances that we've been missing. It's just bad luck just doesn't last forever. Bad form doesn't last forever. So, and also we were speaking about Mudryk just before.
Yeah.
Poch is very smart, because I think the reason he didn't start him in this game is because he knows that Mudryk is going to fuck Arsenal up.
I would love that.
I'm not gonna lie. We would all love to see that, because if Mudryk scores, say, like, I'm just saying, maybe a goal and make a couple assists, or maybe a hat trick against Arsenal. Let's be honest. If a hat trick happened against Arsenal, like all of those Arsenal fans that were dissing and disrespecting Mudryk would be like, "Well, he just scored a hat trick against you, buddy." But that's a hypothetical thing, though. We've got to wait until the game starts. Like for these games that we're going to be having after the international break, I'm just taking one game at a time, because I am not putting myself all the stress.
Yeah, same. And I would also give some shout to some Arsenal fans. I've seen at least one on TikTok that's actually giving Mudryk praise and really going into how like what I've said, that he's been going through a rough time and stuff like that. Giving Mudryk praise, because to be an Arsenal fan, to put rivalry aside and just to praise a player for what he's been going through, and from all the hardship he's been through in recent time, that's I would say that's pretty good for me, pretty good, and I would give those people respect, because those are players that I can actually watch and see. Okay, fair enough. You can't put a rivalry aside because you support a rival club, but to then give him props and say a lot of good things about him, that's pretty good.
That's the way you should be anyway. In general, always give credit where it's due. I don't give a shit about rivalry. If a team, I mean, when I'm talking about football properly, I don't care about rivalry, because if a team is playing very good, for example, I'll give them the credit that they deserve. And I expect the same back when my team is doing well.
I know that we like to banter Arsenal how they bottled the league last season, but to give credit where credit due, they were pretty good last season, and
fucking fantastic.
Yeah, and I would have loved that if that was Chelsea, but it wasn't. And to be fair to them, they were actually really good, and I give them credit for that. They were unlucky to miss out on the title, but I'm glad they did, because they wouldn't shut up about it if they actually won the title.
Well, they won the title. All of that gloating would just live for like another 20 years, and it's just like, oh, we were the Invincibles, and now we won the Premier League, and I'm just like, dude,
yeah. Yeah, like I said to someone some days ago in a comment, like, yes, okay, the Invincibles is a really good achievement,
Yeah.
but there have been teams like Liverpool and Chelsea in 2004-05 were really close to completing an Invincible. One loss in both of them. And of course, they're not Invincibles, but they're having a better season, better stats, and did better in other competitions because Arsenal flunked out early in those competitions.
Yeah, like Arsenal is just, it's like they can do good at the start, but then when it comes to the final stretch, they always, and this is just a thing, and I'm gonna say this, and I don't know if this will be a meme or something, but if it happens again, they get kicked out all competitions, and they somehow are in a battle with City to win the league, and they flop again, I'll say this is the history of the Arsenal now.
Yeah, but
Like
yeah.
like Chiellini with Tottenham.
Yeah, like maybe we should go back to the actual game. I think we've gone a bit off the rails.
Yeah. My apologies.
Well,
It's mine as it's mine as well.
What we'll do, despite Alfred's detest for these, we'll do a quick player ratings, but hopefully Alfred can just stay on and put up with it.
All right, I'll stay on and I'll just listen and I'll give.
You can be a passenger.
Yeah, I'll say whether or not I agree, but I've got a very short attention span, so I don't sit there and analyze every single player on the pitch, which is why I'm not good at that sort of thing, and I fucking hate it. But I'll be here listening to you lads.
That's not a problem. So Unlimited, I'm going to come to you first of all. Robert Sanchez, out of 10.
I would say a 7.5 out of 10. Like he did a good performance. Like yeah, he conceded that goal, but let's be honest, for the rest of the game, he was probably solid quite a bit. And like I think he made a really good save at one point. I just can't remember that one.
He did.
Yeah, it's in the second half. I can't remember who was the shot. I think was it Low? It weren't Low. It might have been.
I think it was crossing. I don't know if it was a cross or it was an actual shot, and it was dipping, and then he had to quickly push that over. Or something like that. I don't know if it was a cross though.
We're pretty sure it was a shot, and I heard the commentator say that. Oh, he to be fair, he should be saving that easily or something. And I'm thinking, shut the fuck up, mate. He had to stretch for it, you dickhead.
That's just commentators for you. They don't know. They don't know fuck all that goalkeeper.
Sometimes I'm just saying this quickly just for this. I sometimes like to mute the TV because I don't want to hear the commentators' nonsense.
Yeah, they say some stupid shit sometimes. The guy had to stretch for the fucking thing, and the commentator's saying, to be fair, that was straight at him. He should be saving that.
Yeah.
Unless it's Peter Drury, I don't want to know.
Or if they got Peter Cech on that, he was commenting that. Unless it's Peter Cech that's saying that, I wouldn't hear it. Or
to be fair, I don't mind a bit of Jason Cundy, Chelsea TV commentary.
Every time we score, get in.
Sorry, I'm just going to say this one final thing. Talk Sport, Jason Cunning went crazy with those Champions League about Man United and Arsenal. Jesus Christ.
Sindra, how would you rate it?
I would say 7.5 as well. Like he's been doing really well. Unfortunately, unlucky not to keep a clean sheet. I would say arguably maybe bargain of the summer, if I can say that in the Premier League. People were slating us for signing him, and people were praising United for signing Onana. Well, look who's been better. So,
I mean, I agree. I think 7.5. I think people were saying could he done better with the goal, but I think for me, he was a bit. It wasn't the best sight for him to have. So I think you can understand him not getting to it. And I think there's many more people you can blame for that goal. Next in the list, Levi Colwill, Unlimited. What are you giving out of 10?
I would say 6.5 out of 10. For me, it's here. I don't think it just suits him being left back after this. Once James gets back and starts a bit and all that, I don't mind. Say like if in like the end of the game they rotate him as a left back, but I think mostly for me, Colwell needs to be a center back. and put Cucurella at left back. If he does a good performance in right back.
Well, I don't think he did a good performance today in right back, but there you go. Sindra, what would you rate Levi Cole?
I would say give him actually a 6. I would say, well, it was his best game so far. I think it arguably was his worst game this season at left back. He was kind of a little bit at fault for the Burnley goal. Actually, I would say. I think
with him.
I
think one of 3.
Yeah, it was one of 3. I'm not saying it was solely Colwell, but I think it came actually from a throw-in or something like that, and then he was a little bit rash. He ran up to close down the player, and then the player quickly passed it to a teammate, and then he was almost through on goal. And yeah.
Okay, now I regret giving him 6.5. I didn't realize that.
I'm going to give him a 6 as well. I think Mike Trezor had him on toast at times.
Am I able to change it?
A very good player, Mike Trezor, by the way.
Yeah.
Am I able to change my opinion about that?
Nope, Unlimited. You have.
Damn it.
It is sealed into the YouTube.
It's carved in stone.
That's a blooper for me.
That 0.5 extra you've given him is going to be the most outrageous opinion ever. I'm sure Alfred agrees with his face right now. Next on the list, Thiago Silva. Sindra, I'm going to start with you.
Like I would say, like see a 6.5 there. Like Burnley didn't have a lot to I don't think he really had a lot to do in defense for most of the game, and I would say for their goal, the almost entire back line was actually at fault for that, because I'm rewatching it actually at the moment, and everyone was almost was out of position for that. So I would say 6.5 there.
Did he get a yellow card for dissent?
No, he got a yellow card for the blocking laugh and stuff.
I'm thinking about someone else then, maybe.
Oh, it's there. Okay, I can quickly read
Unlimited, what are you giving Thiago Silva?
I'll agree as a 6.5. Like the whole defense was probably the reason why we conceded that goal mostly. And like Thiago Silva didn't do that much wrong. Really, he didn't. After that, he just didn't do nothing else wrong. He just did the normal things that he usually does. Does great defending.
I'm going to be a bit harsh on you guys. I'm giving Thiago a 5. I think he was out of the 3. I think were at fault. I think he was most at fault for that goal. And I just didn't see much of him all game. And I think for Thiago's high standards, I think that wasn't a good enough game. And I think questions will still be raised about whether Thiago, when all 4 centre-backs are fit, whether he fits in this team completely. Obviously, Badiashile and Fofana to return. Fofana not soon, but Badiashile reasonably soon. And obviously, Chilwell will fit into a left-back as well.
Yeah, since he'll be leaving soon anyway, it might be time to. I mean, this will be his last season with us, won't it?
Yeah, I mean, for me, my starting 2 centre backs would be Badiashile and Cole.
Yeah, I agree. You start getting some of them.
Slash Disasi, because I think they're.
Disasi's been all right this season.
I think Disasi has been wrongly criticised this season.
Yeah, like I feel like more like Disasi and Colwell, and then try the partnership of Colwell and Badiashile.
I actually think Badiashile is our best defender.
I would arguably also say Badiashile and Disasi. They have chemistry.
Yeah.
Oh, they play with Monaco together.
Yeah, they play. I think they were the main partnership for like between 1 and 3 seasons together at Monaco. So they have a lot of experience together as a partnership.
And I don't understand this whole you can't have 2 left-sided centre backs, because at the end of the day it's a central position. You don't moan that both your central midfielders are right-footed. So why would you moan that both your centre backs are left-footed?
And now we're also playing with a left-footed player at right back.
Yeah, I mean,
for me, I don't mind.
This is
Sorry.
the era where it doesn't matter anymore what foot you have too much. As long as these footballers should be good enough that they play with both feet.
Yeah, like I don't mind what you say about Sheila and Colwell. It's just that so far what I've seen, obviously until Sheila comes back, I don't know what kind of form he'll be in once he gets back. But I'll just say Disasi and Colwell really, if we're taking Thiago Silva out of the equation.
Yeah, I mean we'll see. Anyway, we'll move through these player ratings a little bit quicker. So Disasi, Sindra, a couple words and rating.
Well, he was, I would say, our best defender today. So I would give him a 7. Actually, I feel like he was good from what I could see. Tried some long balls, and yeah, he was solid in my opinion. So a 7.
Unlimited, do you agree?
I agree with it, but I'm going for a 7.5. He's been so far that what I saw and everything, he's been solid and he has been like a great defender so far through the whole season as well, I will say in that. But in the game, he's been pretty solid as well. Good partner with Thiago. So yeah, 7.5.
I mean, I'm going to give him a 7. I think he was solid, least at fault for the goal out of the 4 defenders. I wouldn't really say he's at fault. He was just doing what a normal defender does and covers. But yeah, overall good performance, and I think he's been solid all season. Cucurella, Unlimited, I'm going to give you this one.
8.5. I would give him a 9, but let's just be honest about the goal. Let's be honest. I would give it, yeah, like 8 for Cucurella, because like through this all the games he's been starting, he has been impressing me and he's been like surprising me. He is actually in contention of trying to battle in for right back in a way if he doesn't do well at left back. So yeah, I would say 8.5 for Cucurella.
Sindra, do you agree, or you?
I'm like you, I'm a little bit shocked. To be fair, he has been doing well at right back. I would say this has been so far his worst game there. Of course, it's hard when you are left-footed, but you should be good enough with both feet. I would give him a 6. Like to a degree, I understand what he did in the goal, because he of course you don't want to sell yourself too quickly, but you don't want to also give the player enough space and time to do what he did. And he was also really lucky because it went through his legs that for that goal.
Normally it wouldn't go through his legs that easily then at that point. It's just like sometimes when you just try and block the ball and everything, and if they just shoot in front of you and it goes through your legs, that's just a bit unlucky, really. They're trying to block it.
Yeah, but I just think I think I actually my rating's a 5.5. I think he really struggled generally on that right hand side today. Not saying that I'm not discounting his 2 games last that have been good, but I think today he looked more like the Cucurella we've seen of old, and I was disappointed, but it doesn't matter because we won the match. At the end of the day. Quickly moving into the midfield. Sindra, I'll start with you. And who are we going to go for first? We're going to go with Caicedo.
Well, I would give Caicedo a 8. I would say, like the way he has been doing in recent times. Of course, coming in with no preseason at all, then getting injured in international break, he has been really solid in my opinion. Of course, he had a horrible debut or substitute appearance against West Ham, to be fair, but apart from that, he has been improving, and him and the other midfielders, he's really they're really complementing each other. Like he's been playing like against, for example, Fulham, he was playing like a sole 6. So I would say an 8.
Yeah, I mean we're gonna go through these ones very quickly and almost no explanation, just rating, just because I do.
All right then.
Soon.
Yeah.
Caicedo, Unlimited, Caicedo.
Again, I'll say 8. I got a long reason, but I'm not going to say it.
I'm going to go 7.5. I think he was good, but not as good as the others. Syndra, we're going to go Gallagher.
Well, 8. This guy has been a scapegoat this season, but I will give him an 8 as well.
Unlimited.
An 8.1.
8.1. We're not going into the 0.1s. You give an 8 or an 8.5.
8.5. Yeah.
Alfred is literally about to throw his headphones away right now.
Oh yeah, so 8.5 for Gallagher. He's improved and he's shown why Poch selects him, and he's improving each game and he's doing really well at destroying. The only thing that he needs to do now is just score goals.
Yeah, I'm going to give him an 8.5 because I think it was a fantastic performance. I still think once Nkunku comes back in, he'll drop to the bench because I think you've got to do a lot more to get past Nkunku. But 8.5, well done to him. Yeah. Enzo Fernandez, unlimited.
A 7.
Syndra?
Ooh, yeah, well, I agree with a 7.
I'm going to go with a 6.5 because I think that first half was not good enough. So
I'm just going to quickly say that I was a bit frustrated with him with a chance that he had to score. It was just a really shit effort. Should be doing a lot better.
I think that's one thing he needs to improve on his shooting massively.
Yeah.
We're going to go for Cole Palmer. Syndra.
8.5.
Unlimited?
9.
I'm going to go... I am going lower. I'm going 7.5. I don't think he was that good in the first half at all. And then second half, he's done wonderful. But again, some of these players, I think, in the attack particularly, I'm not going to excuse their first half completely for the second half performance. Whereas the next player, I am, because he did play well throughout the whole game. And that is going to be Mr. Raheem Sterling. Unlimited. What's your rating?
Oh, with Sterling?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with a 10 out of 10 for this game. It's this game that I'm saying for 10 out of 10. He did everything. He got his goal. He got the own goal to get us back level, and he got the penalty. He's basically the one that got all our goals for it, technically. So I wish does the assist count for a penalty or does it not?
No, it technically doesn't count.
Well, technically,
he made the penalty, he made the own goal, and he scored his own. So
yeah, so 10 out of 10.
Syndra?
I'm gonna go with a 9.5. Like, he is the man of the match. He did really well, and he deserves the man of the match award.
I'm going to go 9.5 too, because I think you have to score a hat-trick at least to get a 10.
Yeah.
My big standards. We'll finish up with Broja and the subs. So, Broja, very quickly, obviously 45 minutes, so don't be too harsh, but unlimited.
6.5. That's all I'll say about Broja.
Syndra?
Yeah, I would also say a 6.5. Like, unlucky to not get into the game as well, but it will come with time.
He needs to just get his fitness back up, that's all.
Yeah. And we're going to basically go with just Jackson, because I don't think neither Matson or Mudryk had enough to give a rating.
Wait, did Mudryk come on?
Yes,
yeah.
Okay.
So, Jackson, what are you giving rating for Alfred? Not Alfred, unlimited.
I'll give him a 7.5. He got his goal. So.
Syndra?
I'll give him an 8 for that goal and the way he changed the game and the way he links up with it. He's a focal point, and at points we need that. We can see the difference between him and Broja.
I'm
going to agree with Syndra. I think 8.5.
And I just want to quickly say that's how you reply to somebody else getting your spot and trying to take it. You come back into the next game and you put that motherfucker in the back of the net, and you're in one. You're in one, bro. You're in one, bro. I'm still here, son. We're gonna compete.
Exactly that. So,
which is beautiful.
Before we go, we're going to discuss, and each one of you, I'm going to ask how many points we're going to get out of the next 5 Premier League games.
I gotta have a look at this now.
I'm going to read it
me
out.
too.
So you've got Arsenal at home, you've got Brentford at home, you've got Tottenham away, Man City at home, and Newcastle away. Sindra, I'm going to start with you.
I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna say 9 points. I think we can get the result against Brentford. I think we are. You said Newcastle at home, right?
Away.
It's City. It's City at home.
City at home, yeah.
Yeah. But I think we can actually beat Newcastle. Of course, they have just went on to beat PSG, but PSG is PSG. So, but I think we can actually get a result against Brentford, Newcastle, and Tottenham. Or Arsenal. One of Tottenham and Arsenal, I think we can actually get a result against.
Unlimited.
Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna quickly say Brentford. I feel like we could get a win there, so I'll say Brentford for a win. How do I put this? Mostly Brentford for a win. Tottenham. It all depends on how our form is after Arsenal and Brentford. Like with Arsenal, we don't know. It all depends, really. So I would love to see it. But I would say maybe I would agree with 9 points, but maybe different teams. The different teams.
Minerals Unlimited with the long paragraph for the predictions. Alfred, or Mr. Positivity. Am I hearing 15 out of 15?
Oh, don't know about that. But did you say the next 5 games?
Yes, next 5.
Okay. So I think we'll beat Arsenal. We'll draw with Brentford. That's 4. I think we'll beat Spurs. There's 7. I'm going to say a draw with Man City. 8. And then I reckon we beat Newcastle. So let's say, I think that's 11 points.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'm going to go a win with Arsenal. And I'm actually going to go a quite good win with Arsenal. We will scrape against Brentford, 6 points. We will beat Tottenham, 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
We will get pummeled by City.
Wow.
And then we'll scrape Newcastle. We'll scrape a draw against Newcastle to make it 10 points.
Let's not forget, City aren't doing great. You know, they've
but Rodri's back.
I think it only takes. I think Rodri will be back by then. So I think Rodri is the big problem for City at the moment because Rodri's replacement is either Kovacic, who isn't a defensive midfielder, or Calvin Phillips.
And let's be honest here. I think without Rodri, City just couldn't handle that much. But they did pull out it. But against Wolves, though, they just couldn't. They couldn't.
I mean, there's even talks De Bruyne could be back for that.
Oh,
so
wow.
I think you have City at full strength, and I think that puts us in trouble, personally. But we'll see how it goes. But 9-10 points from that run, I think is good. And obviously, we've still got teams after that. We've still got Brighton after that. We've still got
United,
the United, Everton, who we always fucking struggle against. And then we go
all beatable teams.
Well, technically,
Hey, hold on. Everton, it's going to be a 1-0 loss. Everton are going to find some new academy kid to fucking start up front and score.
Yeah, and I'm just going to say about United. This is all depending on they won, but if they get back into a losing streak, Ten Hag's going to be gone, and then a manager bounce will come out when they get a new manager, and we're just going to be.
They're not going to sack him that early.
I don't think they can actually afford Ten Hag to sack him. Their FFP is very tight. I mean, that's why they could only actually get what's his name, Amrabat on the loan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I like my cousin that I was with to a football game with. He has really looked into United's financial situation. Because he also works with finance and stuff like that, and he had told me that United don't have a lot of money, so they are struggling financially. That's also why, for example, Solskjaer said, we can only have 3 main signings in one transfer window,
That's why in this summer you got
Hoyland.
Onana, Mount,
Hoyland.
rest
Yeah.
alone.
By
And
the way,
the other one was Evans on a free and Amrabat on loan.
Yeah.
by the way, I know he's playing for Manchester United, which is a bit of a barrier for him at this point in time. But I reckon, watch out for that Hoyland.
He looks good. I didn't want him
Yeah.
at Chelsea just because I didn't see that he scored enough goals. I didn't see enough for
Well,
75 million.
he
But
scored
he looked good.
scored 4 less goals than Jackson.
I think he's the new kid on the block, and he'll
Mm.
drop into the 90 standards one in about 6 months.
Yeah, but he scored 4 less goals in Jackson, but Jackson was half his price.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll finish up for today because I think that's all we've got time to talk about.
Yeah.
I want to thank everyone for coming on to the channel and make sure you guys smash the like button. I think we were at like 34 or 35 likes. We are currently at full 37. So if we can get this up to 50 by the end of tonight, when I look back on this, I'm sure that will make Sadiq a happy man while he's in Qatar. Alfred, first of all, my co-host, thank you for coming on.
Always a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Sindra, thank you for also coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Always a pleasure, and good to actually come on and have a victory to talk about, not a loss.
Yes, it was a much better one this time.
And of course, our special guest, the new Nippin Unlimited.
Oh my god, damn it, Matt. Yeah, so I'm glad you let me on and all that stuff, and don't call me the new Nippin, please.
And just to say, KJ, you snake for not coming on. Max Verstappen is going to get pummeled in tomorrow's race, and you're going to cry.
Technically, my granddad watches Formula One, and he just feels like, man, Red Bull must be cheating somehow. Max Verstappen went from nothing to 0 to 100 real quick. Don't know.
We'll see. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in, and you'll probably see us some point in the international break. I don't know what we're going to do, but we will be back for some content. So stay tuned and up the Chels.
Peace.